46 minutes ago that Sowore, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Aloy Ezimakor, and 12 others have been released from Kuje prison after meeting the bail conditions just a few minutes ago.
If that is the reason, fine, it's good. It's a welcome development.
But some people are saying that why is it that Sowore has some sort of confidence that regardless of what happens, he will be released in less than 48 hours or max 7 days? That could it be that Sowore has some alignment with the powers that be, and what we are seeing is just a smoke screen?
But the truth is this, like I myself, I said this even before now. I don't know whether you were the person that I told about it.
No, you didn't.
Before God and man, I told somebody that this Sowore, the way he's going about this, in the confidence that the guy was exuding about the protest, and the kind of protest, trying to cry
more than they believe.
You know, that what could be the driving force. I was so confident, was exceeding, confidence. And at the end, he won't campus and allowed us to wear pants slippers. Like he knew that when he triggered this thing, that he would escape. Based on this, and exactly what just saying, I was like, but he took off. Then after that, they arrested some people, and the thing started creating tension and ethnic sentiment and bias about the conduct and the whole thing. So when Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court and he went to court to show solidarity, that was when they now waited for him to come out of the court. And they now say a commissioner person needs you. And he was telling them, he was like reprimanding the police people. Say, look at you people who fight for you, this and that, and trying to school them. Before one was called on the phone that he should just give him small punch. So that let you know, look and see if the whole thing is
was planned.
This thing. So that their girl would not be exposed, and they just punched him, and So, but the whole thing, it's not that I'm arriving on conclusion about it, but these are some of the variables that we are because in political science we are told that before you arrive on any conclusion, there must be variables, and through those variables you carry out painstaking analysis and come up with hypothesis before you now narrow it down to one, and before you narrow it down, you must have done critical analysis of the variables. Before you begin to narrow it down, when you look at this one is not among, you remove it. Maybe when you remain now two, understood? Then that two now you at the end you arrive on one. And before you arrive on that one, there must be how do I put it?
Some measure of facts.
Thank you. There's some measure of fact. Thank you very much for that. Some measure of fact. Before you begin. So that's why I said. But I said it earlier, but not conclude. I didn't. But that was not a conclusion. But I just looked at the whole thing and inferred that statement. And inferred from his body language. But I didn't. But I raised it. It could be. And so even as I speak to you now, I have not concluded because I have not really put attention to the whole thing to come up with this thing. Not like this one, I will still go and read how the pen was perfected and what have you, and continue to watch his body language before I will now draw a conclusion. Now look at this thing, all these things just small screen based on is this thing with government.
Okay, so assuming, though not conceding that there's an undertone or whatever what Sowore is doing is just a smoke screen to make it look like there are agitators, but behind the scene he has an alignment with the government. What do you think could be the reason why the government could take such actions to align with people who claim to be oppositional activists?
No, it's very simple. It's very simple. You don't need to go far to get your facts about the body language of the government. Why they are hobnobbing with Sowore? Why they are hobnobbing with Sowore? They are trying to balance something. Now, this government is being seen as being dictatorial. This government is being seen as oppressive government. But allowing Sowore to be having his way the way Sowore is doing by calling the president a criminal and what have you. It's as well to give the impression that there is freedom of speech. So
you don't mean it.
So there is freedom of speech. You can see this man calling president the criminal and all the way he's talking to the police and they say, look at that IG, don't mind him. You know, they say that there is a freedom of speech. If not, this guy would have been arrested and incarcerated. And look at him now, he staged, disturbed the peace of the country, the federal capital, by staging a this thing, you know.
Meanwhile, so nothing happened to him in the end.
So government would not tell you, but they're giving the impression that there is freedom, yes, democracy for you, democracy in action, freedom of expression and freedom of this thing, you know. Something. So they are trying to, you know, balance up something. They are trying to balance terror and freedom. Between terror and freedom. Our president is a strategist now.
Hey!
Now, guru. Now, bad. Now, opunye. Guru.
I'm telling you.
But look at where he's coming from now. Look at his political antecedents now. From 80, they connected the 5 states and they could not connect Lagos State. And from that Lagos State, he now changed the destiny now to form his own political party that he will have total control about. Understand?
Yeah.
Before he now, you know, changed the nomenclature of the political party from AC to ACN. From ACN now, he now started, he pushed out his commissioners, gave them money and delivered them. Delivered the Aribo Shola in Osun State. Deliver through court process, brought in Oshimole, Ekiti State governor and the rest of them. Understand? He deployed them. They were all his commissioners before. He deployed them. But Buhari had gone on retirement completely. And after the last election, he cried and went to Daura, his country home, and decided not to come out again. It was Tinubu that went back to him, say, guy, come, we don't form alliance, come and join us. Because they saw that Buhari would be the star of
the North,
the alliance. Yes. So, come. That's just the thing, I told you. That's just the thing. You know, you can never tell. This is government for you. So, Tinubu had he went out. Tinubu brought Buhari. Buhari came without nothing. He didn't bring anything on the table. Only his reputation and his popularity in the North. That was the only thing he brought in the alliance. And when she brought him money, so the Olympia Hotel and the Sahara Energy and some other government, River State, this thing. They brought it. And Tinubu brought his own this thing. That was how they were able to break the rank of Atiku. Atiku that came with his $1 pounds and euro. And this people were, because it was a combination of force, Amici and Tinubu. That's why this guy gave him that minister of this thing for 8 years. He compensated him for 8 years. But the most stupid thing that Amici did, because that man, I don't know how, because he's a failure. I have to tell you this. So I've studied his political antecedents and his this thing, trajectory, his political trajectory. I bet you that failure. That University of Transport, Daura, supposed to be in Ubima.
Yes.
That university that China used as a social corporate responsibility. You know, that university, they gave it as a corporate social responsibility for all the contracts.
Okay.
On the railway and what I do.
Okay.
Yes, but this guy said he should start it in Daura so that Buhari will
give him tickets.
Okay, him for the party's candidate.
But you forgot that Buhari did not have. Buhari was also a subject to Tinubu.
Exactly. So if you go to his place, you just count how many black zinc you will see there. But go to room Emegi and the room of Precom. Everywhere black zinc. The people that Wike has carried along. Everywhere black zinc. That's to tell you that people around him benefited from his position as governor, even as minister. But when you go to Ibima, you are still going to see red zinc and all these corroded zincs. Understand? To tell you that Abichi did not empower people around him.
Sure.
There is no institution. I'm telling you,